Put the kids to bed. Dad's home. We are the dWo podcast, representing the dad world order. I am the handsome head of household, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. And with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. He is the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Maffey.
What up? What up?
And he is the perpetual mid-carder and the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Cephas.
What up, y'all? Ooh, it's day 760 fit check time. Check out the shirt today. This is a WrestleMania, I believe, 26 Jericho versus Edge exclusive match shirt.
Nice.
Classy.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
It's a good one.
Well, as Mr. Magnificent said, we are the dWo podcast, and it is time for another Revolver Rewind with the one and only, the homie, the man behind the camera, TussleMania. Sir, how the heck are you?
Are we gonna get some sound effects in here?
Let's do it.
Listen up, you son of a bitch.
Ooh, that Vince one's probably inappropriate now. We'll get rid of that one. I just got that GIF, but amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
How sick is that?
Wow. And to my camera, like I'm in the frame too. That's just fucking wow. I'm gonna be using that for everything. I'm gonna use that to respond to fucking
sending it to people who know
like
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Zero context, just a Mox fucking GIF.
So I have to hey, speaking of your wonderful camera work, bro, can we talk about this for a second? Are we professional models or what's happening? When's the
Dashing
album?
dads.
Moly. Look at the light peeking through. Look at your guys' structure. Look at the staggered stances here. Look at the tattoo on the arm. I mean, we nailed it, boys. And those were just the teaser photos. Those aren't even
Cephas kind of looks like Guy Fieri a little bit.
Oh, okay, fucking Seth Rogen. Now we need to do a thumbnail of Seth Rogen, Guy Fieri, and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Don't change the faces. Put their faces on our bodies. There's a thumbnail idea right there.
I love it. There you go. What up, Timmy?
What up, Tim?
He actually made that.
Dude.
His face is in that GIF, actually.
Yeah, he's in the very end of the GIF.
Yep.
He was in a perfect seat for that.
Oh yeah, I see it. A little clip at the end.
Mm-hmm.
What a show to start off the year. Holy crap. Mox versus frickin' Gringo. The namesake did it justice for sure.
Months in the making. What a build. What a payoff.
Yeah.
And I do have a little behind the scenes information that I would like to share. Originally, the Mox Gringo match was basically going to be more or less a throwaway filler match, just something for Mox to do. He requested a match with someone that he knew he could have, a cool, fun, playful match with, basically. And from that, what it ended up turning into and becoming quite a heated rivalry, it was a very, very different match than what would have taken place if it had happened originally.
Well, check it out, by the way, real quick before we get too far. I made the GIF work. Oh, no, I didn't. It won't move. Never mind.
It's all right. That's not too bad, is it still? Yeah, I'm in it. Mox is in it. It's fine.
It's not exactly, correct, but
Dude.
I'll make that work. God damn
We'll
it.
flush it out.
Anyways.
Yeah. So what Mox was gawking at in that GIF was I think one of the coolest moments that we helped facilitate, as it were, with I don't know how well we can see it.
We got one. Oh,
yeah.
I like the reveal.
Yeah.
Mox still
glad you
fears
guys saved
Gringo
one.
signs.
It's
How
funny.
many? What was final count on that, Steve?
60 even. So
Bam.
it's funny because it made it all the way to the other side of the ring this
It did.
time.
And I'm glad because you guys spread it out to your area. But at one point, I went to you and said, "Yo, give me a couple of them motherfuckers so that we can get them all the way around." And it was pretty cool because everyone took part, and there was only a few people on the other end of the ring where when Mox walked by, they actually tore it in front of him. So it's like, you got to make a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
least
kind
for
of
the
enjoyed
majority.
people were torn. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you could see it.
Yeah.
So
They're
I
like,
mean,
nope,
it went
I'm not
right
holding
down
that.
Yeah,
Right.
it went right down to the wire there, and people were like, some people would grab one, but then were like reluctant to hold it up. Some people were just big and proud, and didn't care.
That's why I
enforced.
explained it to a few of the fans. Like, look, we're just going to antagonize John.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good idea.
But at least a few of us in the back of our mind, there's always that possibility. John might smack the shit out of you.
Yo, but at that point, we're really relying on mob mentality to come through.
Yeah.
And I think it did. There was one person, I gave him the poster and he literally like held it for a second and then he like dropped it and I picked it back up and fucking gave it to him. I was like, no, you're going to hold on to this at least until he fucking comes out, you douche. Don't let it sit on the floor. So to that guy,
I'll tell you this much. The next show, as pissed off as I fucking am at him, Mr. Alex Shelley might need to watch out for fucking 60 signs saying "fuck Alex Shelley" and stupid fucking face.
I'm not opposed to that. But did you see? Don't flick him off because he will lick your finger.
Ew! I know.
Did you guys not see that?
That was Palmer, wasn't it?
Hey,
that was Palmer. You're right. That was Palmer. You're right.
Okay.
I would expect Palmer to lick humans.
But I wouldn't put it past Alex Shelley. I mean,
I wouldn't either.
Scat-eating scoundrel.
Scat-eating scoundrel.
Man, I'll tell you what, Cephas, you are an absolute gem of a human being with all these signs. You had a sign for every match.
Every match.
You may not have had 60 for each one, but you had ones that garnered reactions, and that makes me the happiest.
Think the majority of them garnered reactions.
Yeah. Yes. My favorite one was holding up my Masha sign after Jake lost, and he ripped it to shreds and with just a hit, and it kind of hurt my hand a little bit. I was like, God damn, you big giant man.
That shit's great because now I've gotten into the pattern of following the wrestlers out, and as you saw, like the clip of Shelley and Palmer leaving, that was gold. So now I'm gonna make it a point to follow everyone out. We get to see their exit, their emotions, and then we get to see how they interact with their signs right there. So it's pretty cool synergy that we got worked out in that arena.
Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, every Revolver show I go to, I hope I know the full card because it would take me a day or two before and just go ham. At this point, the corner of people that aren't like our particular circle were like, "You bring that many signs again today?" And when I showed them the stack, they were like, "Dude, holy crap!"
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully, we can influence more people to do that.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Remember back in like Attitude Era and early 2000s, there was you couldn't see half the people because there were so many signs.
Yep. Most people were walking in with some sort of sign, and I love that they were very, very rarely regulated as well. So some people were writing some nasty shit.
Royal Rumble 2000.
Yeah. Goldberg eats corn the long way. One of my favorite signs of all time.
Epic.
But yeah, man. I mean, that's what
somebody during the show.
Got to.
You what? Yeah, I did. I yelled at. I don't. Do you remember before the show went live? When the Rascals came out to hype the crowd a little bit.
The boys came out, yeah.
And they said, "Oh, it's for the day," and there was just a moment of silence. I screamed "fuck," and it was the funniest fucking thing, dude. I popped so fucking hard. I had so much fun. The Rascals are great.
Got some fuck chants, yo, and they legit grabbed the mics like out of Uncle Philly's hands. Because I actually asked Sammy yesterday because we were talking about a moment that happened during that. I asked Sammy, did they really just grab the mics? And he was like, yeah, they just fucking grabbed them and went out. And I was like, you don't care though, right? And he's like, nah, I don't care. So it's cool that they know they've got that like privilege. Because come on, they're only doing good. Those boys are fucking. They're gonna get anyone hyped, man. They're the best.
They were next to us in the merch line, and it just all night long, man. They had us going.
Oh, dude, that's great.
My wife loves Trey Miguel.
Yeah, he's
Trey,
Zach, and
funny.
Myron. It's insane how good they are, dude. It's kind of insane how good they are, dude.
I need that Best Buds T-shirt, man.
Ooh,
I bought one.
I actually talked to Myron after the show, and I like had a serious moment with him, and I was like, "Bro, you are just fantastic,
so good
to shoot, and like the way he moves and just everything, man, and to be young and that impressive is just like, imagine where those dudes are going to be, man."
He has so many things he does that pop me individually when he does them. His kip up where he doesn't even, his back doesn't even hit the mat, and he just backflip up. His cutter to the outside is I miss it every time. I'm glad you're there because I miss it with my camera every time.
The one this time was stupid, crazy, dude. Like,
he's
that cutter's iconic.
He's unreal.
Dude. That cutter is iconic to the point where people stole it and used it on TV.
Yeah, how about that? I shouted at the television for that one.
Right?
Son of a bitch! That belongs to the young goat!
TNA is in such better shape for having those guys there. Like, TNA really sucked me back in with Hard to Kill, but I've got the TNA Plus now, so I'm watching the TNA Impacts, and I'm having fun like I used to with TNA, and I love that. It's a lot more wrestling on my plate, but I'm liking it. So that's a good thing.
That product is very enjoyable now. And from what I hear, it's not the end of the influx of more talent and more getting in there. And losing Trinity was such a bummer, man. But what she did to bolster their name back up, kind of at the same time that they were going to TNA, just a whirlwind of things coming together that made that even more special. TNA is fucking awesome right now, dude. I was just with Jessica, obviously, and their belts, the new tag belts, all the belts, but I just haven't seen them in person. But that tag belt is like one of the nicest belts I've ever seen, dude.
It's beautiful.
The detail on it and shit is crazy. I didn't take many photos of it, but I did shoot a couple of little Charlie hanging next to it.
Dude, she let us hold it, man.
She was with it.
When we first saw her at the start of the show, we congratulated her, and she was just like, "Oh, you want to hold it?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, I do. I want to hold it, definitely." It's super cool. It surprised me how heavy it was because I've got quite a few belts myself, and it's a smaller plate, but it's dense.
Oh, it's dense. Yeah,
it's a heavy piece.
That's what she said.
Such a cool.
Dude, I'll tell you what, this we say it every time. I don't know how. I mean, everybody's extremely talented across the board, everybody in that show, but every single show tops the last one, and I don't know how.
And it's kind of crazy because we are very used to that. But if you look at the scene today, and Moxley even alluded to this. Moxley had said in his promo, promotions have B shows, promotions have off nights, and promotions do events that aren't necessarily as important as the next or the last. Doesn't work like that in Revolver. The momentum that Revolver gains only adds to the snowball effect of the fucking next event. And it's kind of insane that, again, I'm so used to it that it's just by default. But if you go look, and I'm not going to name names, I don't want to do that. But if you go look at other independent promotions that put on even more shows than us, there's a difference in the consistency of quality. And sure, maybe every show will have a banger main event and a couple good matches here and there, but top to bottom, there really is nothing like Revolver. It's that cut and dry.
Every single match on Mox versus Gringo could have been a main event match for any other independent. Every single match.
You're not lying. You're not lying. I'm looking at the list right now.
Every single one of them. That's saying a lot, man, because I mean, literally, you look at and by no means is this me downing this match, but statistically, like your weakest match would be the scramble, maybe. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. It's not super world heavyweight champion material in there. You know what I mean? But they fucking destroyed it. Besides,
you know how much fun that was though to watch.
Homie Damien.
Oh, dude, it was amazing.
And Dave did amazing. Well, I mean,
dude,
Swanee alone, man.
He kept the sign that
good.
Yeah.
That he made.
He's so awesome. Proud that he won you guys over. I love that.
Dude.
We love
our boy.
We love it too.
But he literally did too. And
we like giving him hugs.
Yeah. He's one of my favorites. I really like Damien. But yeah, like in that match alone, like the star power though, like you got fucking anytime you have Richie Swann in the building, it's just
I got to dance with him.
Oh, he's just that dude's magical.
You know what?
That's all I can say.
The crazy thing was, so Cephas had a Royal Rumble party on Saturday. So like before the Rumble started, how many TVs you have? Like 4 going at one time. We had different Rumbles from past years going on. So we're just sitting there watching, and I can't remember what year it was, but one of the years was Pac now, but Neville when he was in WWE versus Rich Swann for the Cruiserweight title at the Royal Rumble. And I'm like, hey, I just saw him like
that's our
buddy.
Dude, crazy, right?
I was like, oh yeah, old Swanee.
Old Swanee. Yeah.
That's a totally different match outside of WWE.
It is.
Oh man.
It is.
Hey. Also, shout out Phoenix. You killed it on commentary, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Phoenix is watching, my dude. Yo, what a fucking cool guy Phoenix is. Before I even met that guy, he was hyping us up online, retweeting fucking everything. And then the second that I fucking followed him, he followed me right back. I wrote him a message, dude, hyped to see you. That dude was one of the coolest dudes I've met in a really long time. And then he came to a Royal Rumble party with us the next day. Shout out to Phoenix, man. That dude's the truth. See you at the next event, homie.
So what you're saying is we need to reach out and get him on the show because he sounds like he'd be agree.
100%.
I didn't even get a chance to meet him.
Also,
100%.
Shout out to Alpha Sig.
Bro,
those guys.
Alpha Sig. We'll get to them getting their dub, getting their first dub.
I exposed their secret and told everyone that they're skinwalkers.
You did.
Now everyone knows.
Hopefully too many people didn't notice, but you know.
Well, you know what? I'm going to keep fucking telling the whole world.
You deserve it, bud, for sure.
You're welcome, Bubba. We'll see you at the next show for sure,
yeah,
man.
We'll definitely have to have you on the show.
Yeah, make that happen.
Because I mean, it was cool, you know, like
card. Let's look at that. Let's look at the graphic for that since we're already there. Yeah. Like I said, it may not be your top of the line world champion materials for a lot of these guys, but at the same time, every one of these motherfuckers can go. And that's what fucking, like I said, there's so much oomph in this match. Although I will say, I was kind of surprised that I popped Warhorse with my sign. I did not expect to, but I made him smirk, and I was like, "Oh shit, I popped him." Did you see the sign I had for him?
No, I didn't.
It just said "Warhorse," more like "poop horse," and he saw it and it made him smile.
It's so good.
I was like, "Oops."
He's funny.
Oh, I love him. He's so good.
He was down after a dive, and I put the camera on him when
oh my god,
Pledge was having some adult situation issues, and he looked over at my camera and he just goes, "Is that a boner?" I mean, to have the wherewithal to do that in the middle of a match, I mean, what a legend, dude. What a legend.
Also, he's so good.
Pledge, get a hold of yourself, dude. Come on.
Pledge, come on, dude. Come on.
Pledge.
Keep you having your fucking little
keep your mind on the prize.
Bro, he got a chant while he was freshly knocked to the ground.
Yo,
and his reaction to the chant while he's freshly knocked, I was eating that up. It was so good. He was like,
"Hey, those boys are over as fuck.
They're so good,
over as fuck." And
it's because they're skinwalkers.
Yeah, they're over in Ohio. They're over in Iowa. You bring them wherever, bro. They are beloved. They are a beloved crew.
It's only a matter of time for those guys. It really feels like. I mean, because I mean they're charismatic. I mean their whole the shtick they have worked so well, and
does.
they're really good in the ring.
They're good.
Really,
in the ring,
really
bro.
good.
I have to shout out Brent Oakley, the 450 senton that he pulled
How
off.
sick was that?
Holy shit.
Seamless,
I was
too.
hyped. I was hyped on that.
That looks so effortless. Like,
right? He's
unreal, dude.
He's incredibly athletic, and you can tell he just holds it back. But doing little things like that, you can truly tell how athletic that dude is. And really the best part about those boys is they are homegrown Revolver talent. They are straight out of the Pile Driver Academy, being taught by Sammy, Ace, Jake, Jess, Alex Colon. So they are as homegrown as you can get.
And they're so good, man.
Also, what a swath of talent that's teaching there. Like everybody you just named, like if you don't want to go learn there, you're a dummy.
My nephew is super interested, and that was his first ever wrestling show. I was like, dude, look, those are my buddies. I can get you in here. I'll pay you for your training. All you got to do is show up.
There was a girl online she was actually at the show, and she's now interested in training. And she wrote online, which is like, come on, you're already in the area. How do you not know this? She wrote online, can you guys make some school recommendations? And I said, Pile Driver. And then I listed all the names. Like, what other choice is there, man? Come on.
Right.
It does help your nephew looks like a young Triple H.
He does. Right. I've actually personally trained at the Pile Driver Academy a couple of times, and it is fucking awesome.
That's where you get the Tussle Destroyer from.
Yeah, that's why I refined my frog splash,
That's right.
So, this fucking brutal son of a bitch. What a beautiful moment you caught with the fucking door.
Oh, my God.
You talk about a serendipitous moment. There seems to be at least one that sticks out for me with every Revolver match. In Iowa, it was the barbed wire in the submission that just kind of ended up in the middle of their legs. This one was the door for sure, dude. The way it hit, and it reminded me of Looney Tunes. When they
threw the Acme on that door.
So cool.
Well,
and
it always ends up being Macklin too, because he's done that with. They had a 4-corner Hoss match in Dayton a few shows ago, and the same thing that all 4 guys were hitting him with doors, and the first one that did it landed right around his neck. It was awesome.
Fucking perfect. Macklin is just fucking the king out there, dude. He is his aggression. Like, there's some wrestlers that your favorite wrestler isn't too stoked to wrestle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Macklin's not afraid. Macklin wants to fight those dudes. Those dudes that your favorite fighters are afraid to fight, Macklin's like, yeah, bring them to me. He's just like, he's in a different mental space where like the dude's just a beast. A beast.
I love it, man. I enjoy anytime he's on any card I see, whether I'm going to be there or I'm just watching it.
Yeah. And through the course of Revolver, I will admit I wasn't the biggest Macklin fan, and now I am the biggest Macklin fan. That dude has won me over. And I work with him a lot in Florida, and there was like a loop that we had where we saw each other for a couple weeks in a row. And by the 3rd show, he comes up to me, he goes, damn, Tuss, I see you more than my wife. And I was like, hell yeah, dog. Let's get it. I was like, fuck Deanna, dog. Let's go.
That's amazing,
man. Like, speaking of, I was lightweight familiar with him our first show because it was with him and Wesley Blake together at the first Revolver show we went to. And I mean, just lightweight familiar from their time in NXT. But I mean, the progression, is God from that to what he is now is night and day. I mean, he's another one like we've talked about before that, absolutely made a fan of me through Revolver.
Front toward enemy.
Totally. He's a gangster. And that match was so cool. Mance Warner always brings it too. Mance Warner is just notorious for being like just a hard-headed, just go-getter. And those boys fought. That wasn't so much of a match. That was more of a fight.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually uploading a video from that match right now that I was able to catch on my phone. And this is why I love where we sit. If this thing will upload, because we get moments like this. And
I like
believe
that
it
guy's
is this
eye
one.
poke.
Oh yeah, I love his eye poke. It's so good.
That eye poke was great. Yo, that shit is so good, bro. You
love
need
it.
to, bro, at the end of the shows, we need to compile all of this because Sammy would love to have that footage, bro. And he's really into splicing all of our stuff now. So he'll use like the hard cam footage,
we can
footage,
put it all on a
Tussle
drive
cam.
and add you, bud.
Yeah. Dude, that shit was great, dude. That was, and they were
Yeah.
like on top of you guys.
I have that
That's
for
so cool.
literally like the last 3 or 4 Dayton shows. I have
I know.
copious amounts of shit.
I know, bro. Any clip that you guys show me, I'm always like, damn, those are great.
Bro, there's so many clippable moments, dude. Speaking of clippable fucking moments, though, the next fucking match on our list here, dude, the opening to this match popped me so fucking hard with the front flip onto his shoulders.
Yeah.
And then the power bomb was so vicious.
Bruh.
I was concerned.
Concerned.
Oh my god.
That is the word to use. The first 2.5 minutes of that match were just like,
yeah,
a yikes fest.
Yeah,
like she's a human. Stop doing that to her, bro. Jake something reminds me of Rusev in the way, or Miro, whatever you want to call him, in the way that he is built like an upside down pyramid. His shoulders are way the fuck out here, and he comes down to a fucking point, and he's just a fucking V of tough, and it's ridiculous.
He's a giant cake for sure. That dude is awesome. Sammy fucking loves him too. So it's like when Sammy gets hyped on people like that, you just like kind of sit around and you're like, what's next for this guy? But one thing that I love, and this is a little spoiler for a little bit later, but now that Jake is on a team with Jessica has expressed a lot of interest in tagging with him. And can you imagine? She was even saying it around the house. She's like, man, I've been thinking of like the possibilities of our tag finish. Like, that's so exciting, dude. That's so exciting.
A tag finish from those two, I can't even think of what it would be. Like that.
Instant death.
Yeah. Call it that. Because
it's two badass motherfuckers, right? I mean, just wow.
But Jake is the first time that I met Jake backstage, he didn't know who I was, and I just asked him if I could shoot some portraits with him, and he was extremely friendly. Took some shots with him. I told him, "You're all set, bud. You're all set. Get out of here." And he was, "Can I actually see those?" So I showed them to him, and he was like, "Oh, damn, you're fucking good." And then like after that, he was just like, yeah, he just needed a little, I was just a random dude coming up like, hey, can I take some photos? And then like prove to him like, okay, here's what we got. And then he was like, now he comes up to me at shows and he's like, you want to shoot some, dude? Like, he's so great. Such a kind, and you wouldn't expect talking to that dude that he's just a big giant teddy bear, but he is, and he's goofy as fuck too. He's like a goof ass. That's like my favorite part about him is that he's like silly and shit. You would not expect that from this big tough dude.
There's a ton of good big dudes, but he's a great one, man. I'm excited to see where his future goes.
Yeah, he has not disappointed in any of his showings at Revolver so far. And like I said, he's just, when you perform like that, Sammy tends to lay it out for you.
Yeah, another incredible talent to pull into the fold.
Definitely.
Yeah, what I loved about his match with Masha is that he didn't hold back his big dudeness.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Masha wouldn't let him either.
Yeah. And I mean, so here's a perfect example. I'm finding more and more clips. I got to put them up. This one, right? This was right at the beginning of the match.
Masha! Kick him in the dick, Masha!
I mean, that sequence, the way that sequence plays out and the build and how they like let it settle in before that big impact is just like, they know what they're doing, man. And a lot of people say like the girls that wrestle like dudes, like if you look that up in the dictionary, that's Masha's face is fucking right there.
Yeah.
Bro, the king of it or queen of it, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, right.
She fucking
Works either way.
I literally, if she's on the card, I'm like, ooh, what dude is she kicking their ass today?
Bro, seriously, and it's very cool that the matchings are always like that. We do if Masha gets announced, she's likely going to be in a match with a dude, and that's phenomenal. Like we talked about before with her match with Fatu, that match still has fucking space in my head, dude. I still randomly think of that, like, oh shit, the match was great. I just have flashbacks of it and shit.
Well, and two, she's been having those progressively more violent matches against these guys. In this one, she picks up a win. I mean, we popped huge when she pinned him.
Big, right? That's big.
It was awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's a big win for sure. Masha is she's beloved everywhere she goes. It's a matter of time before she gets scooped up somewhere. So
you know who's no longer beloved? This guy,
Matthew Palmer, my best friend.
Fucking dick. Fucking peckerhead. I bought a shirt from you, you son of a bitch.
You know what I heard though? I heard that he has easily confused by numbers.
Bro, I heard he can't turn left. He fucking reacted to that sign in the middle of the match.
He did. He went, oh shit, I guess I can't.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck, man.
Palmer, this new Palmer though is great. And
I love
a lot of the stuff that he's got burning inside is what he's using to fuel what he's doing in the ring. And Palmer would always be very preoccupied, or his main goal would be, get out there and entertain, do a little sing, a little dance. Now Palmer just wants to get out there and fucking kick someone's ass. And I love that.
It's a whole different fire and I love it.
Yeah, it really is. And Palmer used to be a Iowa exclusive. And now I am happy to say that Palmer is full-time roster member. It will be at every show.
Yeah. I think we were getting jealous for a while because every time he would be on the show, it would be on Texas or Iowa. And we were like, well, shit.
Well, shit, we never see him.
Yeah.
Yep. Now we got him everywhere. That was something that I campaigned for a long time because honestly, behind the scenes, Palmer is a dude that helps out so fucking much. And if Sam's my dad, Palmer's my stepdad. When Sammy's not around, Palmer fucking picks up the slack.
Hey, Revolver changes the bullets, dude, but he's part of the pistol, so that's saying something. He's a major part of that company.
Absolutely.
I had a really funny interaction with him before the show because he walked in, had a suitcase and everything, and he walks up to me. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" "No, nothing." He's like, "Where's the locker room at?" And in my head, I'm like, "Why are you asking me? You know where the And then I was like, "Oh no, you've never been here."
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times too. He would.
I was like, everybody seems to be going back there. I don't know.
Yeah, he
that way.
First time there, that's funny. But yeah, Palmer, full time, baby, full time with us. That match was really cool. Palmer and Ace, like super, super high pace on that match. And Ace Austin kind of showed a little bit of grit is the word that people like to use. People have been trying to get that grittiness out of Ace. And sometimes Ace just wants to get out there and look pretty. And Ace had to fucking kind of fight for his life a little bit here. And there were moments in this match. One of the ringside photographers came up to me genuinely concerned for the safety of these human beings. She came up to me like, I think they're hurt. Are they? And like that just pops me so hard. But that means they're doing their job so well.
Yeah,
they work
that
everybody,
suplex
baby.
To the outside.
Oh yeah.
They really smashed each other. And there were some strikes in there that were like brutal strike exchanges that I just love to see that shit, man. I love it. Especially out of someone like Palmer.
That suplex outside was
so cool.
I think Palmer's telling such a beautiful story with his character because he's made that initial change to his crossroads, if you will, as a character. And now it seems like we're progressively going to be seeing him slip deeper into this darker Palmer, and I fucking am eating it up. You know, I hope it gets to the point where I have to make a "fuck you, Palmer" sign because I hope it gets that bad.
Evil Palmer. I mean, he's done some bad things, but
do worse.
People that slide.
Yeah, man. I mean, just that match right there was my like dark horse. I can't wait to see this match because I've really only ever seen Palmer as the monster hunter, but I know that there's so much more there. So being able to see this, I mean, that dude puts on a freaking cloverleaf like shades of Dean Malenko. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
just
Yep.
Oh
he had
my
that
God.
synced in, and then he just beamed me and started talking trash to the camera. I was like, what a pro. What a pro.
So good.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite people on the roster, in and out of the ring. Incredibly entertaining. Fantastic stuff. It's so so horribly underrated too. God damn it, so horribly underrated. That dude could be on any fucking TV show tomorrow.
A couple of guys that were extremely fucking nice to us, and we had a good 20-minute conversation with where the guys standing next to us at the table next to us, GYV, which were participants in this match here. That was a good segue here.
Wonderful
what
fellas.
A fucking tag match this was.
Yeah.
There were so many parts to it. It seemed so fluid and so orchestrated at the same time. I struggle with these type of matches to wonder just how much they put it behind the scenes and putting it together and how much is just organic because it's this weird level of intricate and also sporadic. And it works so well, dude. It works so well. I like multi-tag matches, and those guys do it right.
It was very, very balanced.
I like that there was somebody sitting by us in the crowd that said, put it very well. It was like 4 of the most technical wrestlers in the game and 4 of the most just absolute brutal badass wrestlers, you know, in the game in this match right now.
Very true. And usually matches like that are kind of all over the place, willy-nilly, but like you said, very structured, very well played out, told the story.
God. Sold me a ticket 3 or 4 times during that match.
Right. Yeah. And it's cool. Now we can get the parody of breaking those teams down and now getting those individuals matches and the straight tag matches instead of the bigger clusters. I really like that the parody with all 4 of those teams against each other. It's just there's a lot of really, really cool possibilities there, and then throw in the other tags that could potentially be tossed in there with, you know, now Shelly and Palmer and Jess and Jake. You know, the tag division is
Alpha Sig
looking pretty sweet. Alpha Sig, yep.
It's the subtext that is written into these stories in this match alone is so brilliant. There's prehistory with GYV and the Rascals and NXT. You know what I mean? There's a story going on with SGC. They've lost their titles. Now there's 2 different champions that they've been since they've lost their titles. You know, and they keep losing their opportunities and what's going on with Manser and you know, Red just got their titles, but they just lost them. Now what's Macklin going to think about that? Macklin seems to be the figurehead. So the way that they were able to use this vehicle per se to continue these 4 stories is unlike any other independent place. They would just any other independent place just going to put 4 tag teams together, go out there and do something.
Or there's the one storyline, these guys hate these guys. There's so many branches to this story. It's kind of borderline confusing, but the level of intricacy that we're able to establish is, you know, storytelling is of utmost importance. And you can tell that at Revolver, storytelling is a prominent thing that we feature. We're not just throwing out random talent to fight other random talent. We're making it make sense, and to have storylines to be long term and things that people can follow and keep track of, just like they do on TV. That's amazing. It's truly amazing what he can accomplish
with that pool of talent. I mean, like, you know, I'd say you could any idiot could put on a show. You know what I mean? But to put on the level of shows with the intricacy like you speak of, you know, in these storylines that are carrying on months and on end, you know, is just it's unheard of.
It's
I
next
feel
level,
like
man.
on the indies.
Yeah, it's next level, and then
It
a
puts
lot
them
of
in a
indies.
category of their own.
Totally, and we're almost like whatever. I don't really see us as a super indie. I see us more as like a smaller like TV promotion, because the things that we're able to accomplish, just no one else is really doing it, and no one else really has a consistent. That's another problem in independent wrestling. The fact that we have a loyal roster like that who's going to make sure that those dates are our dates and they're not going to conflict with other things, that lets us continue those storylines. If someone can't make it because they're booked someone else and they're not going to consistently give us their bookings over some other place, then how are we supposed to build stuff? So that's got to be a big problem with other promotions, that if they can't get those people to stay loyal to them, well, what's the point of giving this person a story, or giving this person a title, or giving this person something to chase after when we don't know if they're going to even be there? So there's a lot of magic, a lot of stuff that goes on back there that maybe fans don't typically see, that all adds to the magic of what Revolver really is. And I mean, the president of Fight TV was at our show, and he was,
for real?
Dude, the report I got back was that his balls were completely blown off. Gone. Gone.
Poor guy. Hopefully he had his children first.
Yeah. Gone.
Dude, that's awesome.
Crazy, right?
See, I mean, bro, it's an amazing show, dude. And like, I don't want to give Sammy too much credit because he still hasn't came on our show yet, and he has terrible choices in cereal. But I really, man, he's so fucking smart with this shit, man. And I don't know if it's just him really writing the shows or if he has a lot of help, but I know he's the daddy. You know what I mean? And bro, his babies are growing very well. It's very fun to watch. You know what I mean? That's why it's a pleasure for us to be sponsors of this company. And like I said, at this point, I'm looking into ways I can, more, you know what I mean? I can bring more impact to this company and help it out in any way I can, because I want the world to see it. It's different than normal wrestling.
Oh, soon the world will see, my man. The stuff that I've been hearing that's going on is like so crazy, and there's so many options. There's, people vying for our attention, and bro, I have a feeling that by the end of 2024 things are going to be vastly different from how we look at Revolver at this point. By December, I think it's going to be a whole new stratosphere of what we're dealing with. There's people that think that the potential of independent wrestling is very, 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 very big, and they're not wrong. And we just have to prove to them that we're a product worth investing in. And at this point, it's undeniable. It's getting those people to the shows to actually view it. We can show them the pay-per-view feed, but the fact that the president showed up, I mean, he sold them right there. Sold them right there.
Well, I'm glad that we were there for that one. And one thing we take great pride in is, like we're in those seats every time, is bringing that energy. You know what I mean? We're not sitting on our hands. We're starting chants. We're bringing signs. We want, because the show's more fun that way. It's not fun when the wrestler has to get a clap started or, whatever. Like the energy that whole show was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Every single match. And you're right. There's lulls in most shows where the second, third match, the crowd might get a little complacent. And then the poor talent has to come out and fucking come on, give me something, try to hype them up artificially. And then they're like, that doesn't happen at Revolver, man. That hype stays very consistent to the point where Sammy doesn't really like doing the intermissions, because if we go any over 10 minutes, the hype dies down. So in order to keep that momentum, we kind of have to quick 10, go pee, grab a beer, come back, get ready. It's
Right.
very
That's why he's
important to
yelling at everybody.
maintain.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, we needed the intermission this time because the match before intermission
Was too emotional. Yes. Was emotionally draining.
Buddy.
Right there. Golly.
So
Dude.
many twists and
Man.
turns during
Man.
this match.
First
many.
off, what the fuck, Havoc? You fucking you dick. You dick
So
dicker.
many, bro. So
Yeah,
many people.
you know
went up to her.
the "this is bullshit" chant that went on for like a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We started
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
because that was bullshit.
It was
fuck?
bullshit. Big bullshit.
Wow.
The look on everyone's face when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
I thought she was there to save the day. And you know what's shitty? They had to go home together. So, I'm sure that was a topic
imagine
of
that
Hey,
car ride.
no, I can confirm there were separate cars taken home. Jess tends to get out of there kind of quick, and then Sammy and I have to fucking stay there until like 2 a.m. We're literally the last people walking out of the door. So yeah, Jess was already home, having a great time with fucking Swan and Cologne, while Sammy and I were fucking in the building, cleaning up, locking up, getting back. Thanks for the couple of cold slices of pizza you guys left for us.
Ooh,
Damn.
damn.
The betrayal didn't stop at that.
Yeah.
match.
And I
Dude,
told Swanee, don't go back and smoke all the blunts, guys.
Yeah.
Guess what they did? Guess
what they did? They smoked them all.
No blunts either. Damn.
Cold pizza and no
Bunch of
blunts.
jerks.
Look how they doing me. Look
This
how they
is
doing me.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's some bullshit right there.
Yeah, not a
Somebody-
comforting night to say the least. Not
You know what else
comforting-
was
What?
bullshit? This fucking match.
Oh,
Well, hold on. Before we get to that, I just have to from the JT and Sammy match.
Oh, you're good.
This might have been my favorite moment. I got it uploaded right here. Here we go.
Come on, Sammy. You got it. Come on. Get him, Sammy.
If you
Dude.
listen closely, he says, "I'm taking this" right before. he
Yeah,
grabs
yeah.
the kid.
Yeah. I'm taking this.
Dude,
Amazing.
talk for that kid getting to do a thumbs up, thumbs down with Sammy on the so cool.
Yeah, he legit said when we got back home, he was like, that might be my favorite moment in my career.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That was
someday that
so
kid's gonna
awesome.
have that on his resume. Be like, "We see here you had here's Omicron, and then here you Sammy Callahan used you as a weapon."
As a battering ram and knocked out JT's tooth. Yeah, what a moment.
The paper cut spots with the lemon.
Oh God, made me cringe.
Yeah,
You
those
sick
dude,
fuck.
These are
You
those
sick-
paper cut spots, bro. People think that paper cut spot is fucking fake.
No.
People think that shit is fake and he fucking puts it here and fucking no, motherfucker. JT was bleeding out of his fucking mouth because of the paper cut there, and he had a fucking one in his finger. Yeah.
That's rough stuff, man. Rough stuff.
Mhm.
Made me cringe.
Yep.
But yeah,
And then biting the fucking lemon. Oof.
Bro,
Yeah,
in his
some of the-
eyes?
also
Yeah, some of
That's
that
the thing,
zest
we
got
get-
into his eye.
How do you fake that? There's no
Yeah.
faking that.
No.
can
Like,
I
didn't
make
he
a
smell lemon?
suggestion? Can I make a suggestion to Sammy?
Mhm.
Drink some more water before you go out for a match. Your loogies are disgusting, sir.
By
Look at all
design.
the spitting at this. at
Well,
this-
I know it's by
There was
design.
so much spitting.
When it can't even when he spits it and it drops back on his own face. Maybe take a swig of water first. Oh,
Bro, everyone spit on everyone. It was Shelly spit on me and my fucking Shelly spit on the guy in front of us. Somebody spit on me and my nephew.
There was a
I
lot
can't
of
remember
spitting. Lots
was
of
it?
spitting going on.
Dude, it was
Oh,
insane.
It was awesome.
It could have
The
been
night of
Mox
loogies.
versus Spit versus Gringo.
Mm-hmm.
Tim said, I felt his spit when he spit at Phil.
Oh, yeah. There was a dodge there. There's a little dodge, and I saw a Lug go.
Blech.
Poor Phil.
Also, poor Phil, man. I don't know what's going to happen with
Oh,
him. He's just
Uncle Philly.
Everybody just.
Yeah, Uncle Philly's going through it right now. But
He is,
I have a
man.
feeling he'll land back on his feet. He's a smart guy. He's a
I'm sure
crafty
he will.
veteran.
He is
He
crafty.
didn't become a vice president for nothing.
Well, that's the
Right.
thing. That's the thing is that despite whatever his position is with the unit, he still legitimately is the vice president of Revolver and holds some power at Revolver, whether Sammy likes it or not. So that's why I kind of play. I play both sides. I'm very
I don't
neutral.
know. I mean,
I
at
love
this
me
moment-
some Uncle Philly. Sometimes Uncle Philly gets mad at me. That's all right. That's all right. We always make it up.
I
And
mean,
then
I know
Sammy-
they've been kind of like enemies in the past, but as the old story goes, enemy of my enemy.
Yes. Yeah. All that's forgotten.
Absolutely. But as our dear boy Cephas said, this match was some fucking
bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Alex Shell, you piece of shit. I hate him like I hate him like I hate Johnny Fairplay from fucking Survivor. I hate him like I fucking hate fucking a pimple on my ass. I fucking hate Alex Shell. I wish he wasn't such a nice fucking guy, because then I could fucking, justify throwing shit at him or something. But he's a piece of shit, but I also like him.
Weirdly enough, that dude was. I think he knew that I'm a Jake Chris guy, because weirdly enough, this was the first event that he was actually like kind of nice to me. But still, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yep,
fucking dick.
I'm a Jake Chris guy.
Yeah, through and through, baby, through and through.
Dude,
Jakey Chris though, man, super hype for Jakey Chris. He might have just lost the Revolver title by some bullshit. But he is about to make his debut at MLW, and I have a feeling he's going to do some cool shit over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love
First
that.
match is actually against RSP for RSP's open weight belt. So,
well, hey, I'll tell you
some
what.
exciting
He already
stuff.
eats cat shit, so he probably will eat sloth shit.
Might as
So,
well. Might as well. Yeah. What a match! And as we think, Jake, 2 out of 3 falls actually. First minute and a half or
those
so.
falls.
2 falls happen back to back. Can't get out of that backslide. What can I say? By the 15, 16 minute mark, we seem to have Jake having the upper hand, and here comes Matthew Palmer in his Lululemons. By the way, he wants people to know that. He wants people to know that. Wrestling in them lemons. Comes out there, pulls out the referee. Hair stuck in his face, moves that away. More shenanigans. Shelly gets the pin. And man, Jake got out of that ring, and they were fucking. Ace Austin came out, and they were like, "Later, Jake, you old news." That hurt my soul a little bit, to the point where I went back. I stopped filming, and I said, "Fuck all this. I'm gonna go check on my boy Jake." And I went and picked up Jake and helped him to the back. And as we were walking to the back, he's saying sorry to all the fans. "Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry." And every time I said that, I looked at him and said, "Don't you fucking say sorry to them. They love you, boy. They love you.
We love you, Jakey.
Yeah.
Bro, the quiet that hit that fucking ring.
Yeah.
Jake deserves the world.
It wasn't even booze. It was just no fucking way.
Yeah,
like
sadness, man.
Yeah, I
Sadness.
feel like everybody's feelings got hurt like simultaneously.
I mean, it's one thing, Jake is is known as one of the best wrestlers in the world to people that know that. And this was his chance to prove that. And if he would have pinned Shelly twice in one match without any shenanigans, without any bullshit, without Bobby, without Palmer, that would have been such a statement. And for that to just get completely fucked is just. And rankings comes out. We actually just got a call yesterday. There's a little bit breaking news, but he did mention it on the Bitter Buds podcast. But that podcast isn't out yet. Rankings are coming out officially with PWI. There will be Revolver rankings. And I know Shelly's number 1. I don't think Jake Chris is on that list.
What?
He better be on the list.
So,
how deep
hey,
is
man,
the list going?
The rankings list that I saw was absent of Jake Chris. So I don't know how these rankings are going to work out or what's going to come from it. But I believe when you lose the title at Revolver, start back at the bottom.
To the back of the line.
Yep. That's an interesting staple. Wow. I like that. Because
obviously number 1 is Shelly. That's not breaking any news. But I will say number 2, AC Austin, because of the golden ticket. So there's going to be some sort of structure as how this is laid out by, more than just wins, losses, and stuff like that. Right. This is all from the creative mind of management, whoever that may be.
I like it.
Jake does get a good pop in Iowa. Iowa loves
Jake in Iowa. Yeah, they love Jake in Iowa.
I tested.
So before we go into this last match, let's see if I made this work. God damn it!
There's Jen. Hey, Jen.
I'm going to get it to work one day, and it's going to be freaking awesome.
It is. We need it.
One day.
Good try, though.
Yeah, I tried to upload it, and it says the file's too large. I don't know how.
Well, I tried to shrink the file, but, that didn't help.
Technology.
But.
So that brings us to the main event. Jon Moxley versus Gringo.
Oof.
Fucking loco. Yeah.
Dude.
So cool.
I'll tell you what. Handing out those signs was so nerve-wracking for me because I know we didn't have much time to do it. And people are like kind of grabbing them, and others are like, no, I'm not grabbing them. I'm like, just fucking pass them out, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
and it worked out so well.
Contribute a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a good spread of them. Most of the front row all the way around had signs. So when he made that walk, he was absorbing all that. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. And Mox, sometimes Mox needs that little pushback. You can't be beloved everywhere you go, Mox.
Yeah.
And that had to be weird for him just for the simple fact that, he's in what should be somewhere of a hometown.
Yeah, but what does that say about Gringo, man? What does that say about Gringo?
He's over his shit.
Yeah, he's a hero, man. The way that the things that Gringo can do, and just sitting down and talking to him sometimes before matches and hearing some of his ideas are just, man, that dude just thinks different. And in a world where a lot of people copycat, he goes out of his way to pioneer and do original things. And I really, really admire that because he's taking such high risks just to entertain us.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Gringo because I saw him post this on his story. That dude wrestled Jon Moxley on Thursday. He wrestled another match on Friday, and then he had ROH on Saturday.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Like, what a fucking workhorse. And he did all the production lighting for Revolver on Thursday, along with having a match against Jon Moxley. So,
So,
dude, shout out
Gringo
to you.
texted me on Sunday because we were hyping him up. We were editing some stuff with Sammy, and I was showing him some clips and shit. And Sammy was still so happy with the match that it's very rare that 2-3 days after the show, Sammy's still glowing about a match, and we still weren't over it to the point where like Sammy just wanted to keep putting out like as much content from that match as possible. And Gringo, man, I love Gringo because he could have told the world this or made a tweet about it, and for him to share this with me is not only telling to our friendship, but like it's also telling to how cool of a dude he is. Fucking Tony Khan came up to him and said that he loved his match with Jon Moxley. That's
shit.
Wow.
What?
So Tony Khan
cool.
was watching.
That is so cool on so many levels. Not just the fact that he's shining on Gringo, the fact that Tony Khan's watching the product, baby.
That's sick.
So that's like
That's
a statistically 0.42% chance that he's watching this right now.
I'm just going to say,
What's up, Tony?
There you go.
Why wouldn't he be watching Wrestling Revolver?
Right?
Yeah.
And that's 100%
right,
chance that he's
You're
seen
right.
all of our interaction. I mean, you're right, dude. You're right. Apparently, he's got his finger on the pulse.
If he's as big a wrestling fan as he's been made out to be, which I mean, it's pretty obvious he is. I mean, this is every wrestling fan's dream, man. Like bell to bell.
The crazy thing is the quality of wrestling is no different from the inside of his ring and the inside of our ring. He could book the same exact matches and have the same exact parody as we do. Just we're on a smaller scale, a little more intimate.
Probably get better ratings,
right?
I'm just saying,
dude. I'll tell you what. I mean, and look at, the future of what Revolver's already announced for the first half of this year. Mustafa Ali's coming to Dayton, March 28th.
Mustafa.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Mustafa.
But you got that Hog and Revolver in Philly.
Huge.
With Alex Shelley versus Santana. Like, are you kidding?
Yep, that's huge. That's cool because Revolver doesn't do a lot of collab shows and HOD doesn't do a lot of collab shows. So to have two big entities combine forces like that, that's
awesome.
So fucking cool. And I had zero intention, zero plans going to Mania Week this year. Zero. And now we going to Philly, baby.
Well, I'll tell you what, our plan is to definitely get out there. Because I even mentioned it to my daughter. I was like, WrestleMania might not happen this year, but Revolver's got a show in Philadelphia that weekend. We can make it a road trip. She's like, yeah, let's just do that. Like she was kind of bummed about not going to WrestleMania, but I told her there's a Revolver show and she's all over it.
Dude, between all the fucking people we know at the Fed, bro, I think we can get tickets to fucking Mania. I was offered so many tickets last year and I didn't know half the people I do now. I'm pretty sure if I fucking hit up homeboy Killer Cross, he might have a couple seats for us here and there. Actually, Sammy mentioned that to us during the Rumble. He said he was telling the Ass Boys, I believe, that if they ever wanted to go to a WWE show to let him know, and they were like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, half of my best friends fucking work there. Like, come on. So we have the means, boys. We have the means. We just gotta start taking advantage of these.
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, because I think I might, if we're there and we're not doing a bunch of stuff, I think, I might make my way there, hang out with some homies here and there. So if that's the case, might as well group up a batch of people. Also, I heard last year there were so many people that went last minute and got tickets for like $23. So where there's a will, there's a way.
I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah. Can make it happen.
Just be there. Just get into Philly.
Just getting there, yeah. Then we figure it out.
Even if we didn't go to Mania, just going to Revolver in Philly would be fun.
Yeah. And I think there's going to be a couple other cool shows that are going to be worth going there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just trying to get me a steak sandwich with peppers and cheese whiz.
Dude, I was literally in Philly earlier today.
Oh, I saw your picture. I was jealous.
Got Tony Luke's. It's not that. Oh man, it was all right. It was, I mean, granted, it was in the airport, so it's not going to be the real Tony Luke's, but still, I was like, I was expecting so much.
We did the whole Geno's versus Pat's, like, because they're like literally across the street from one another.
Yeah.
So I got a sandwich from each, and
they're both fucking good. I'm a
Pat's guy. Choose.
Really, you chose one or the other? I think they both had good qualities.
Yeah.
What's the one that's a little more finer chopped up? Geno's? I think Geno's is a little more finer chopped up because Tony Luke's is like thicker chunks, and that I don't really like.
I just remember Pat's feel more like mom and pops, and I kind of like that about them.
Dude, the bread is what the bread makes it, dude.
Yeah,
the bread there is just.
I had a really good time in Philly, man.
Philly's fun. Philly's fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot easier to get around than LA, man. LA was such a nightmare, dude. And there were venues that were 2 miles apart where it was taking 45 minutes to get to there. It's like, fuck, man. So we were all very stuck in where we were. At least here we can hopefully spread around a little bit.
I'm a Kentucky boy, man. I'm not used to that kind of congestion.
Yeah, no, not fun. Dallas was still the best though, man. Dallas was so cool because most stuff was in a very centralized area. And it didn't even matter the promotion. Most promotions were all having their stuff out of one little area where you could basically walk to the different shows. It was so fucking cool. And then to go from that to LA, which was just a shit show, that's what discouraged me about going this year at all. I was like, it's not even worth it. Especially if what a lot of production people do is they'll just go and offer their services. And I'm not willing to take that risk and show up and just say, hey, I'm here. Anyone want to book me? Because then you're getting a lesser rate. Nothing's guaranteed. You most likely got to travel there and pay for literally everything else. So it's not worth it. Now that I know I got a solid booking, and I know that Sammy brings me to every show, but I did joke with him and was like, hey, man, am I going to Philly? And he's like, why the fuck you think you're not going to Philly? I'm like, all right, I'm going to Philly. I'm
sorry.
Dude, I have to say this because this has been on multiple shows of ours. The last time we had Phil on, everybody has a different Sammy impression, but all of them are good.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
I did a Nixon Sammy. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
The Sammy voice, dude.
It's like
We're
the Vince
trying to,
McMahon.
I need you guys to I need a little call to action right now. So Sammy's been debating. Sammy, as soon as like Jess and I were trying to look it up yesterday. Sammy used to stream a lot, and he used to get like 500 to 1,000 people in his streams. I mean, that's like big numbers for streaming. The reason he tapered off is because he doesn't want to be the death machine the whole damn time. And he would literally give himself headaches and shit. So we're trying to convince him that, like, dude, you don't have to be fucking the death machine the whole time. Like, people want to hang out with you. People want to fucking chill. Like the interactions that we had on the podcast where we filmed together. Like,
we've been trying to be his friend forever.
Have cereal.
Is the death machine going to sit there and talk about cereal? Come on.
No.
So the people want to see it. So my call to action is, guys, please, if you want to see Sammy Callahan stream, fucking tweet him about it. Directly tweet him about it. Sammy, we want you to stream again.
If you have a Twitter and you're listening to this show, do that.
Do it. Do it.
Sammy's like John Moxley. Like, I always feel like in the back of my head, like at any given moment, Sammy could like, just like up and smack the shit out of me.
Hell yeah. He does it to me all the time.
See, like we're trying to get closer and closer. That's all it's going to get us is an eventual smack in the head.
I told you, if I'm like stretching out, Sammy will come over and fucking put me in a wrist lock, and he's like, I've been thinking about doing one of these. Get on this. And I'm like, yeah, that looks sick, Sammy. That looks sick. Fuck, man.
So, all right, guys, third time's a charm. Did I fix it?
Yes!
Yeah. Dude, that's fire.
Yes. I had to compress it a bit.
That's great.
I fixed it.
Moxley, why you winking at me like that?
Yeah, what
you doing, Mox? Mox, what a sweet.
Also, I got to give a shout out the Revolver theme edit.
Bruh. You know how many times I've heard that song in the last 3 days?
So many.
Probably 1,700 times.
I'd say, would it be weird if I did?
My band's recording in March. I might have to convince my band to record something special too. See if we can
do it.
Throw something in there.
Sammy's walking around the house going,
dWo new theme song.
Oh, yo, that dude is the guy who made it is Stephen Nix. It's Jessica's brother, and he's incredibly talented. This dude made a Revolver theme in like an hour. So then Jake Chris wanted a song, and Jake Chris got Homeboy's number. Jake Chris got a song in like 30 minutes, dog.
God damn.
That dude was just cranking stuff out. And then Sammy had like little notes. Dude fixed it, sent us a new version, mastered it. Yo, Sammy's walking around house going fucking, welcome to the show, fucking ball. All fucking week, dude. All fucking week.
I'm just going to have that image in my head now.
So catchy.
Sammy walking around eating cereal. Welcome to the show.
Dude, so funny, bro.
I love that you're wearing the dWo shirt in that video.
Oh, dude. I love
Great
that
shot.
he used that clip.
Yes.
Sammy, like, that
Much
dude's
love,
always
much love.
like, Sammy, like, you know, we all say we love each other and all that stuff. Sammy holds that back a lot until, like, if I'm, like, leaving town or whatever, then I get, like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. The way that dude shows love is so fucking cool. Like, when he randomly texted me a photo of the poster and said, I'm making you a poster for the next show. That shit is incredible. And then stuff like that, where like just he goes out of his way to be a kind person, just like what a wonderful human being that Sami Callihan is.
Dude, the way he's found to like, I mean, to bring someone like just like you're the guy behind the camera, and he's made you like a character in the show. Is
Dude.
Again is just speaks volumes to the genius of fucking Sami Callihan.
Because he said he wanted to make a music video, and then he said he was going to use clips from, because we have one hard drive, and this was my 19th show with him. So we literally have 001, 002, all of the shows dated so that you click on the show, all the matches are broken down, clips, photos, droning, everything. So he's got the full archive to choose from. And of 19 shows, of all the clips that he has, he still makes it a point to put a fucking Tussle clip in there. That's just like, it's unbelievable. And not just a Tussle clip, a Tussle clip where, like, he did that on purpose, bro. He did that on purpose.
That's that subtle, like, I feel like he's our stepdad that really really likes to fuck our mom, but he just puts up with us in the noontime, but he's slightly starting to like us after taking us to fucking fishing a bunch of times, and eventually he's gonna fucking let us get a Coke at the store before we go.
Eventually, dude, you're right.
That's how it feels.
Hey, that's fine. Eventually, he's gonna fucking eat cereal with us, and it's gonna be fucking great.
Right now,
I love cereal.
Right now, we're Tussle's kids.
Yeah.
Tussle brought his kids.
Right.
Eventually, he's gonna be like, these are my kids.
Dude, it's true. The first show that Sami brought me in, I didn't fucking know him at all. He put me in a fucking hotel, which is fine. It's whatever. I don't fucking give a shit. By the next show, he said, "Oh, you're part of the family. You just come stay at our house now." At like that quick. So it's like, dude, shit can happen very quickly. And showing loyalty to that guy and just being part of the team, that's what he loves most, man. He really looks after that shit. And I've like made it a point to him, like, dude, he knows that I can have a booking. I had a booking with Thunder Rosa, and I fucking called her and begged her, can you please change this date so that I don't have to? I told her, I'm going to have to bail on you. Sami's going to kill me if I miss Revolver. Can you guys? They shifted the date 1 week later so that I could do both shows.
Wow.
I like, come on, Sami. I love you, dog. I love you, dog.
Shout out Thunder Rosa for being an awesome human being.
Yeah, she's the best. I'll see her in a couple weeks or so. So I'm actually staying at her house for a week because since the Texas show for Revolver is the next week, her assistant was like, well, why don't you just stay at the house? And I was like, I'm not just gonna fucking mooch over here. And so later he brought it up, and he was like, hey, Roland wants to ask you something. I was like, you motherfucker. I was like, do you think I could stay for like the week so that it's saving her a flight? She doesn't have to fly me back home, and then Sami doesn't have to fly me right back. And her assistant wants to go to Revolver anyways. So what we're going to do is her assistant and Thunder's son are going to come with us to Revolver. So we asked her, and she was like, yeah, you're fine. You can stay here. So I talked to her yesterday because she just booked my flight for that show. And I had to remind her because she booked my flight home. And I was like, remember when you said I could stay over the week? She's like, oh yeah, you're right. I'll cancel the flight. So I'll be there all week. Maybe we can do a little podcast from fucking Thunder's house.
Oh, just saying.
Yo, at the very least, get your daughter. Seriously, at the very least, get your daughter and we'll FaceTime her or something.
Dude,
fuck yeah.
She would love that so much.
Yeah.
So much. And
Thunder's
also, if Thunder Rosa ever decides that she wants to come to a Revolver show, she's more than welcome to.
Bro, I've been pitching that, bro. And you know what? Thunder wants Sami at one of her shows, so maybe we get a
trade-off
collide.
Yeah,
would be cool.
So Sami can just give a cactus driver to JP.
Oh, bro. Yep, exactly. That'd
be awesome.
Yeah. Man, the world of wrestling is so fucking cool, man. The fact that those are like two totally separate worlds and we can somehow mash them together. Have fucking Sami Callihan at Mission Pro and have Thunder Rosa at Revolver. Fucking amazing, dude.
Dude, when the TNA Knockouts champion shows up on the Royal Rumble and makes it beautiful.
Bro, that was so cool.
That's my biggest pop of the whole night.
Bro, It was of the whole night. And that was the biggest thing to come out of that whole event. Bro, Jess was crying for like 15 minutes straight for that.
I don't doubt it.
I was so proud of her,
amazing.
man. The
Dude,
moment
amazing.
where she hugged Naomi and then they
and
hit each other with such vigor. I was like,
dude,
fucking
for somebody that isn't
cool,
even
dude.
a part of that company to have so many moments. You know what I mean? Like, like you said with Naomi, with her and Bianca.
Ivy Nile face off doing standing suplexes across from each other.
Yeah. I mean,
bro, she looked great too. She looked physically, she looked perfect. She
even being eliminated, she looked great.
Dude,
yeah,
her elimination
and they gave her
the
like he said, the solid elimination, the KOD on the apron. Like they needed a strong elimination.
And you know, she was like, yo, do whatever you got to do to eliminate. You know that she was like, fucking throw me through the wall if you need to.
It's funny too, dude, because I had that Rumble party and all of us were together, dads wise, and a lot of the people at my party are casual wrestling fans. So when she came out, we're all like, muscle mommy.
We were all in separate rooms at the time. And like, we all you just heard it from one side of the house to the other.
I ran to the other side of the house and I was like, Mike Jordan Grace. And Mike was like, what? He turns around. Oh my God. Like,
I think you were getting a taco at the time or something like that. Because you're like, what?
That shit was so cool, great, man.
And coming in that early too, like that's a prominent spot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like she wasn't all 15 or 12.
Yeah, no, she was early.
The fact that they talked about Naomi holding the title blew my mind alone. And then they were like, oh, well, not only did Naomi hold the title, here's the person she just lost to. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's right when that happened.
It's different than the Mickey one. The Mickey one, Mickey was knockout champion, but Mickey was also a WWE legend.
Long time WWE. Alumni. Jordan's never been associated with WWE.
He looked so good.
She looked phenomenal, dude.
Bro, like didn't look out of place or any. Like if anything,
hell no.
She was shining. Dude,
Pat McAfee was like, he had no idea who she was, and all he seen was this individual with the belt on. He's like, who the hell is this jack?
No, he fucking said. He said when her fucking music came on, he goes, the cops are here.
Oh, the cops are here. Yeah,
that's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah,
that's
hilarious.
So funny. But yeah, like a lot of the NXT girls, you could tell that their first time coming out on a WWE show or whatever, and in front of the fucking billions of people and whatever, you could tell a lot of those NXT girls were a little hesitant, flustered. I'm not going to be a dick and say botchy or whatever, but the moment got to them. Jordan got out there. Jordan got out there and she wasn't shook at all. She was like, this is where I deserve to be. And Triple H was in the back going like, yo, when does her contract run out?
I was saying the same shit. I was like, watch her win it next year.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd cry. I've never been that emotionally invested in a wrestler before, dog. If she gets in the Rumble and wins it, I'd be in there.
I didn't know this because I don't follow much Fed stuff, but Jessica was telling me that Bianca Belair, Jordan Grace wrote on Twitter one day, I'm the strongest female wrestler in the world. So Bianca Belair blocked her because of that. That's why that moment happened. How cool is that? How cool is that for WWE to acknowledge that moment and make that part of their storyline to where they played that out? You know that next year that's going to happen at some point. The writing's on the wall, bro. They already planted that seed, bro. Dude, they're going to be showing that fucking tweet of like blocked fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
And then, dude, it's all such masterful storytelling. And
Triple H is so
organic.
High on her.
Yeah.
Bro, I am salivating for what her future holds. I hope she gets a badass run here in TNA, and I hope that afterwards she moves into WWE and they use her great. I want her to be what they did with Beth Phoenix times 10. I want her to be the powerhouse woman. You know what I mean? I want her to run roughshod. The female Roman Reigns, if you will.
Just imagine they do like a fucking muscle mommy faction of like Jade and Jordan and Rhea and Ivy. Like, You know what I mean?
Bianca.
Bianca.
She's in that category though. She's like
family
one of those
show.
talents that's one of one.
Just
yeah.
imagine.
So what I'm hearing is that relationship wasn't just like a one and done sort of thing. So we can't be too surprised if Jordan fucking shows up on Raw every now and then or whatever. That's completely viable.
Yeah. And I love that because that was one of the things I loved so much about AEW was New Japan people showing up and you know whatever. If that's something that happens with WWE, that makes me more invested in the product because it's more exciting.
Yeah, and it's financially viable for everyone because that was one thing that I was curious about because we had the Impact Tag Champion next to us while this is happening. So everybody immediately turned to Jess and started asking Jess questions. How much do you think she got paid? How do you think they do that? What are the logistics of it? How was she allowed? Blah, blah, blah. What I think we surmised or pieced together was Jordan is a contracted wrestler at TNA. So she probably didn't just get thrown a bag like she was like an indie wrestler and just here's whatever, a few grand. She probably just still got paid for whatever her services were under TNA and maybe got a little bit. Sammy was saying there's no way she must have gotten something or some sort of little bonus. But also on her end, she probably was like, fuck it, I don't want anything. Like she's already a contracted wrestler. She's already making her money. That could have just been insert this date in replace of this date and fucking be happy with it. And of course she's going to be happy with it because all that does for her career is just 5.5 million views on that shit. Yeah. She got the biggest clip out of that. She got the biggest clip out of Royal Rumble, bro. The biggest moment out of Royal Rumble was a TNA star. Wild.
Bro, people were mentioning her.
That'd be like us getting on like Sean Ross Sapp's show or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of exposure, you know what I mean?
Immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, she's blowing up, dude. And it's crazy. She was just at Revolver with us, bro. She was just at Revolver with us.
I watched her have one of the most fun tag matches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Wrestling's so cool,
amazing.
Dude.
I love wrestling so much.
Yep.
Whoa.
But yeah, dude. Go ahead, Mike.
We didn't show the reaction video. We talked about the Gringo Mox match, and we didn't even show our genuine reaction to a moment.
Yeah, so Mike's wife was recording our reactions during a lot of stuff. So this is
dude, that's so cool. I like that.
It's a candid reaction.
Yeah,
dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, go ahead and play.
This was after Gringo got slammed onto the door that had half-cut Pepsi cans on it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I was pissed because when they were making that shit, I asked Sammy to someone to go get me a Coke. Those motherfuckers went and got 2 24-packs, emptied out all of them, and then when I walked over, I go, are there any of those Pepsis left? They're like, nah. It's like,
motherfucker.
Thirsty.
Well, this was our reaction.
Fucking soda.
Just holy shit.
My God. Oh! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
I love that you hear us organically start the holy shit chant.
Yeah, I love that shit, bro. I love that. That's really cool that she does that. I love that. Yeah, we got to get all those clips, man. We got to assemble that shit, make something out of it. Plus all that shit, like we have a bunch of Patreon shit going up. So like Cephas was saying, you guys want to add value to your shit. Like that's huge, dude. Shit like that is very interesting stuff, especially when you put it behind a paywall. Like if we were to just throw all that out on, YouTube or whatever as one big reel, it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. But like putting it on Patreon, being like, oh, you want to see this special shit that you got to pay for, like something a little extra special about it. So we're working on stuff like that.
We're all in on that, man.
Behind the scenes gallery and whatnot. So all the content, man. Sammy was really, really big on having as much content as possible here, which I love because he'll bring in like 2 or 3 photographers, but only one video guy, baby.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I meant to say this like 3 times this episode. How many other promotions, take out WWE, AEW, TNA, how many independent whatever promotions have videography work like Revolver does? Have highlight reels, have recaps, have the promos, have post-match comments. Nobody.
Not
Nobody.
and not the quality isn't our quality is the highest and our
is.
consistency is the highest.
Yes.
Our, like people now, there's been several people that have gone to Sammy and they're like fiending for those highlight reels. When the show's over, people are waiting for that reel to be released.
Dude, I'm waiting for it every time.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see. Every time we're at a show or watching on Fight or Triller or whatever it is, I'm always like, oh, I can't wait to see Tussle's footage of that.
Yeah.
I'm so pumped for
The
that.
alternate angles, baby. And like what Sammy just released of the Mox and Gringo match, where you see like some of the hard cam clips, some of the ringside clips, but then he'll toss in the tussle clips and splice
Tussle
those
cam.
in. It's just a different feeling because what it boils down to is the ringside cameras are wide angle cameras. They're shooting all of this. They're you can see 180 degrees side to side. When I'm shooting intimately. So I'm up in there. You're seeing detail that you're simply not going to see with a wide angle lens. I'm shooting for that detail I was telling Gringo during that match, don't be afraid to bleed on me, bro. Bleed on me. Bleed on me. It's just going to make the shot cooler, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Also,
I'll wipe it off later.
How did John Moxley not bleed during that match?
Right?
He did a little.
I mean, but
as much as
usually,
usual,
I mean, like,
dude, usually the wind blows and he's bleeding. I was like, like I saw the blood and I was like, oh no, that was just Gringo's wiped off on him. Like, what's going on?
Before the show, when Gringo was like setting up the lighting and shit, I said, we getting color tonight, Gringo? And he goes, brother, I'm getting all the color tonight. I was like, yeah. Whether like it's planned or whether he knows it or not, like Gringo in a match like that, he's just gonna fucking go for everything.
There was a door full of half cut open Pepsi cans, like we said. There was barbed wire. There was an entire board that was just edge to edge filled with plastic forks. I mean, it was just a recipe of absolute brutality and violence.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
I think there was still a table or two left over too.
Yeah.
That we'll have to save for the next show, but there were definitely some more fuckery underneath the ring.
Where our seats are, there was a moment earlier in the show where someone lifted the apron up to grab something from underneath. And we saw the Pepsi cans and we were like, oh no.
When I noticed that, I ran over and tried to fucking flip it back down as quick as possible.
I've seen that.
Dude, I saw it and I was like, dude, look under the ring. And I can't remember who it was, but they were like, yeah, there's a chain under there. And I was like, that's what you're looking at? Not the door with Pepsi cans on it?
The other thing, dummy. Yeah, for real, dude.
Also, that one right there. That's like, here's our chance at 37 stitches. You know?
Yeah. Hope you get the shots.
Gnarly, dude. Gnarly shit.
Also, I have to shout out our wonderful sponsoree, Mr. TussleMania, for gifting us with these wonderful Sammy and Jessica stickers.
Hell yeah. On the seats, baby. On the seats.
Neat.
Your other one is currently stuck to my laptop, or I'd show that too.
I didn't get any of them.
I actually had
Eric
you didn't
Stoyers.
I did not.
They were individual.
You got 3 of them. I got 0. Yeah, you did.
Damn, so someone yoinked one, dude.
No. My nephew got one. I got one. Eric got
2.
Well, here, I didn't stick this on anything.
That's fine.
You can have it.
I just collect stickers. I don't even put them on anything. I
have a toolbox just for stickers.
One of these days, I'll find something. I'll find another thing to put stickers on. Like I have a kegerator that is full of stickers, and it's like I'm out of room for stuff. I need a new thing to put stickers on.
Sounds like you need a new kegerator.
Fuck, I didn't know. I just need to fill this one.
Fill it up. Yeah, Sammy actually saw one of those graphics like on my laptop, and he was like, "Dude, I love that. Can you hit up that dude?" And he's like, super, super awesome, super quick. So I sent him a couple bucks, and he's currently making 2 new Revolver inspired logos. We'll see what they turn out like.
Well, boys, I got to be up super early. We're going to have to wrap this up here soon. It's almost 10 o'clock. We've already went an hour and a half.
It's a
As
Revolver
we
Rewind show. This
And always,
tends
we
to
already
happen.
know going into this one. But that's
Chilling
because
with
we
the
have so much
boys.
fucking fun with you boys, man. It's
Yeah, it is fun.
This one had hype like a mania, dude. I know this isn't like their their biggest event. I think it was just because it had been so long. I think it's November since we had seen Revolver live.
October.
Was it October? God,
That
October, beginning of October.
So hold on, and like, I hate to like extend this episode longer, but like, has there been any talk in Revolver about having like the show once a year? I mean, I know they started the women's event, but like, is there like the pinnacle show of the year?
Yeah, is there a mania for Revolver, I guess, for lack of a better term?
Yeah, season finale usually is. Yeah,
Season finale
uses
kinda
to wrap
figured.
up. I thought you were saying something about the Grand Prix, but and since you sparked my memory about that, I did hear Sammy mention something about the male version of the Grand Prix happening at some point. I forgot the details about it, but it was it's the Jerry Lynn Invitational. He's probably gonna be pissed if you say that's hilarious. It's gonna be the Jerry Lynn Invitational. It's basically gonna be the equivalent of the women's Grand Prix. Yup.
Dude.
Breaking news.
I'm calling it right now. Chambers wins it all.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I like
That's a
that.
solid pick.
It makes sense if you force it to.
I'm gonna go BK if BK is available and not fucking traveling around the world being a
The
superstar.
Burger King?
No, Brian King.
I know who. I know damn well who.
Have it your
Dude,
way.
I love that he got his shine
dude.
and
So
got his
happy for
flowers
him,
with
dude.
AW.
So happy, bro.
I hope he gets a whole orchard of fucking flowers. Is it an orchard? An orchard
Dude.
of flowers?
I think
Meadow.
Tony Khan loves them too.
Meadow of
dude.
flowers. There we go. That's what I want.
And
Orchard
I would say
reserved for
so with the
fruits.
amount he's been featured, man, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the workers like him. What's his name? Danielson.
Fuck, you know what we didn't do?
Chilling, dude.
We didn't get a picture of Jake wearing our goddamn shirt so we could sell it at the fucking Squared Circle Expo.
You're correct.
Fuck.
Aw.
That's all your fault, Mike.
What the fuck? Definitely not.
Oh shit. Well, boys, you got anything else, man? Let's wrap this fucker up.
Wrap it up.
No, man, another absolutely excellent Revolver show.
How do you top this one?
Grit your teeth.
Oh, Grit Your Teeth got some cool stuff coming up.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see that match card announced. And you know what? Before that, we got two awesome cards, one in Texas and one in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
3. We got one in Philly.
Well, Philly's
after. Okay.
Philly's after,
right.
yeah.
Just unreal. I mean, Elijah is going to be in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so fucking butthurt I won't be there.
One of the photographer girls was already telling me, "Oh, I'm so excited to shoot with Elijah. I hope he's nice. I hope he's cool."
I have 8 of his t-shirts, and he has liked every wrestling t-shirt guy post I've ever made. I know that mother. Whenever I meet that fucker, he's gonna be like, "Oh, you're that fucker."
He's gonna know, yeah.
And that's gonna be key.
I've heard good things about him. And Sammy wouldn't book him if he was a meanie anyways. Sammy only brings in cool people, so
yeah.
Well, Sam, just I know you put plenty of fucking bugs in his ears as it is. Put one in about bringing him to Cincinnati or Dayton, somewhere close,
Also coming up for us, we do have a few Revolver roster folks coming up Tuesday.
Ooh.
Next Tuesday, we have 1/3 of SGC, one called Manders.
Yeah.
This coming Tuesday. And then
heck yeah.
We are in the works with the one JT Dunn. That'll be coming soon.
Oh,
Don't have
beautiful.
an exact date on that yet, but that'll be awesome.
I like that.
Looking forward to that, man. That'd be a good conversation, man. Lots of
shoes.
He's a shoe guy, a video game guy. I mean,
Bro, the shoes he had at the fucking before his I was staring at them bitches for a minute. They look like fucking Enzo had sex with fucking
He had
Shawn Michaels.
He had some cool
and made a shoe.
We've had converse before on footwear. I'm well versed and a veteran in the game, if you will.
Yeah, I'll definitely leave that conversation to you because I just wear boots every day.
My shoe game can't be touched. But
Shoe game on
No, it
point.
cannot.
On point.
All right, boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, fellas.
Any final thoughts before we go? And let's just wrap this thing up.
TussleMania.
Definitely
Jake
go
needs
back
a
and
recap.
watch. Definitely go back and watch the replay on Trilla TV. It's
Yes. Do
very
it.
much worth your time.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to the Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive, cool stuff going on there, and Sammy's really making it a point to have that stuff not exposed anywhere else. That stuff is only for that audience. Going to build
Maybe
up
you'll
a
see
bunch
some-
of really cool stuff there.
Yeah,
we'll
maybe
a
you'll see some
podcast,
dad
land
content on there too.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to talk to him about that again because at the very least, we can be doing one episode of something a month or whatever, and putting.
Hey,
it
we
on
could
there.
we could put this on there. You know,
Right.
what I mean, after
Yeah.
every Revolver.
We can
show,
do this.
you
We
know
can
what I mean?
do
That could be our contribution.
Revolver preview shows.
Yes, we can do all that. Actually, the preview
Saying.
show might be a better idea because then that'll just add to the hype.
Yeah.
Of building up the pay-per-view sales.
I mean,
and stuff. I like it.
We did that with your boy
We are-
Phil, pretty much.
So we
Just-
already do that. All we got to do is just make it official for y'all. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna talk
Let
to
us know.
actually.
We are at your will.
Sammy's. We just hopped online with Mr. Callahan on the old Fortnite, so maybe I'll get in his ear right now.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
All right.
All right, boys.
Well, as always, we have been the DWO podcast. I am Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He is Wrestling T-shirt guy Cephas, and he is the one and only TussleMania. This has been another Revolver Rewind. As always, be sure to check us out on all the socials at DWO_podcast, Facebook at the DWO podcast. Get that dad merch at Pro Wrestling Tees and T Public, or just DM us directly. We'll ship it out to you. You know what I mean? We got stuff. Also, follow our dude TussleMania. This guy's got the best videography work in
Just hit
game.
5,000 followers
Damn!
on
Hell yeah.
Instagram. Thank you for everyone that.
I want to be
well
like you when I
deserved.
grow up, man.
The coolest.
Because of the homies like you, man. Appreciate it.
Well, yeah. Check us out on Thursday, Wrestle Talk, and then next Tuesday we got one called Manders, 1/3 SGC, baby. Until next time, top dads out.